Hey there, welcome back to S&K On The Road. I'm Kathy, and today I thought I would show you some of the ways that I'm trying to organize my trailer. Now at home, I'm usually a minimalist, and I want to say minimalish because I'm not totally a minimalist, but everybody's idea of what that looks like is different, and mine is not having a lot of stuff out on my counters. So I'm trying to do that in this camper because it's not that big, and I don't want it to look really crowded. So in the past week, while we've been doing like our shakedown camping, I've been moving things around. My husband, Sean, is having a really hard time trying to keep up with me. In fact, I have a little label maker, and I'm kind of creating some labels so that he knows where things are, and they're easily removed in case I do move things around, because I'm always coming up with different ideas. So I thought I would show you some of the things that I started to do in my camper to make things flow. And that's the thing, when you get a new camper or even a new house, you kind of have to work it. You kind of have to live in it and, figure out what's convenient, where to put things so they're easily accessible. And at the same time, especially in an RV, you want to make sure you're utilizing all your storage space. Now, this RV does not have, or it doesn't seem like it has as much storage space as our old one. And so I really have to be a little more creative. But I did figure out that we actually had too much stuff. And we're starting to weed out a lot of the things that we figured out we just don't use. I mean, it takes up storage space, when we have things that we don't really use. So I'm starting to pack my car up a little bit with things that I found that, over the years, I really haven't used that I thought I would use. And I talked about that in one of I think one of the first videos. We always like to just run out and buy things, because we're watching these YouTubers, and actually we don't need that much. And, I feel it's great to start with a clean slate, work the trailer, and figure out exactly what you're going to need. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I started to do, and I hope you comment on maybe some solutions that you see I can try to do. I'm open for your suggestions, so keep watching. So to be honest, I'm not crazy about this. I know it doesn't look that bad, but I got this, I don't know what you call it, a sink tray, I guess, to hold, my dish wand and my hand soap and the dish soap. The dish soap I already put away in this cabinet because it was just too bulky. So I put it in here and I laid it down, put it in a tray in case it leaks. But I don't know, it's just too busy for me. I'd prefer if it was gone, but I don't have under the sink storage. I have these drawers, and this drawer is pretty much useless for anything. I did put the scrubby thing in there, and whenever I closed the door, it fell out. So I put our little floss sticks in there. In this one, I have our utensils. The utensil tray that came did not fit properly in here. So I'm just using these individual ones. By the way, I absolutely love my kitchen mama. And then I have my plates and bowls down here. I try to use them instead of using paper all the time. And then I put my oven mitts and that kind of thing in there. But I am thinking about getting, or not using the Keurig and just using a French press. We can heat the water up on the stove, or I do have a electric kettle I can use as well. Don't like that the hand vac has to be there either. So maybe if I move the Keurig, the hand vac can go tucked in the corner. I would like that. But if you watched my earlier video, one of my must-haves was was a central vac, and this trailer does not have one, so I had to go and get this hand vac. I'll put a link to that in the description. I actually like using it anyway because I can use it anywhere in this trailer. But anyway, that's a whole other subject. So I have these cabinets up here. So I did get those risers that you can get, and I still actually have some space up here left. You know, I just like to use every nook and cranny if I can. Let me see here. And then I have this one. I put the Keurig cups in there, label things for my husband because I'm always moving things around. But I got these at the Dollar Tree. Amazing that they're stackable. And again, I'm labeling things. I'll put a link to the label maker I'm using. I absolutely love it. I think it's really cool. So I also put a mat over my stove. So I have an additional, this is glass. So I'm not really crazy about using that. So I just got this little dish mat. I think I got it at IKEA. So I have another area to, you know, to do some, you know, meal prep or that kind of thing. Now my oven, we don't use the oven, never use our ovens in our RV. So I store my pots and pans in there, and I only have a pot and a pan. That's it. So there's that. And now garbage has always been a problem in RVs. Our last one, we had a space to put the garbage can. It was out. It wasn't under, you know, a counter or anything like that. But this thing I got at IKEA, and it's really too short. But it's great to throw the Keurig cups or whatever in quickly. But we did order something on Amazon so that we can put it over this this door like this. And because right now I have this little can on my counter and I don't like that. So if you have any suggestions, if you have the same model that we have, I think it's, I forget what the model is, but it's Rockwood Ultra Lite. Yeah, if you have any ideas or suggestions for trash and shoes, please let me know, because I really don't even like having the shoes right there as well. As you know, one of our must-haves is a fireplace. So because of that, we do sacrifice some storage space. But I really like having a fireplace, using that instead of using the heater in the trailer. Really takes the chill off. Now this drawer is kind of useless, but we are finding some use for it. It stores papers and these hot pan mats. But other than that, we already had an incident where my husband put a folder in here and it fell behind, and he had to do some work to take it apart to get that out. But anyway, that's where I'm at so far with this new layout. Again, I'm hoping to clear up some space, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know. So that's about it for now. That's pretty much my kitchen. Again, things will probably change at some point as we start using this. And, you know, I have to keep in mind that this is just a campground that we came to, only 30 minutes from our home for our shakedown. Now, of course, if we go on the road for an extended period of time, things will probably have to change, and you know, the trailer's going to fill up a little bit more. And that's why I don't mind having some empty space. I don't need to fill up all the storage. I like to combine things, condense them into, you know, certain areas so that there are other areas that are open for, you know, if we need to take more things on vacation. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day. And as Sean would say, God bless you.